Hello, and welcome to a Cemetery Dance unboxing that is actually a Thunderstorm Books unboxing. This, my friends, is The Horror at Pleasant Brook by Kevin Lucia, which it's his first novel, and it's kind of fitting that I purchased through Cemetery Dance because Kevin Lucia is the editor and man behind the ebook and paperback publishing line through Cemetery Dance right now. So anyways, this is actually a Thunderstorm book, Thunderstorm publication. It was a timed release, like you had a month to pre-order it, and the limitation was set by the number of pre-orders. I think there were 144. Yes, there we go on the signature page. And, well, I like me a good Thunderstorm book. They have very limited, very small print runs, but they kind of follow a very similar format that not many of them have text on the spine, at least these Black Voltage titles is one of their print lines. They have some paperbacks that I think have the text on the spine. But anyways, a lot of them have this bonded leather cover. So there we go, Kevin Lucia, The Horror at Pleasant Brook. I don't know who did the illustrations on this. Doesn't say. We might be able to see inside. A bonded leather cover. A lot of them have like a boxed title. You know, kind of run-of-the-mill for Thunderstorm Books. But one thing that's also great at Thunderstorm Books is they have some of the best end papers in the business. Now this is, a lot of them are very marbled end papers. This is actually more of a design, but still very, very nice. As we already saw, we have the signature page from Kevin Lucia, 144 copies, of which this was 101. Now, I had actually accidentally ordered 2 copies of The Horror at Pleasant Brook. I had ordered this copy through Cemetery Dance early in the month when it was first announced, and then I mistakenly ordered another copy at the 11th hour when we got the final 24-hour notice, completely forgetting that I had ordered it previously through Cemetery Dance. But thankfully, Paul at it's oh my God, Kevin Patrick Burke. Kealan Patrick Burke. I'm sorry, I got Kevin Lucia on the brain. Kealan Patrick Burke, Elder Lemon Design, is the one that did the artwork. Anyways, as I was saying, I accidentally ordered 2 copies of this. Thankfully, Paul from Thunderstorm was really great, and he was able to help me exchange the other copy out for another timed edition he had at the exact same time, which was Beneath the Pale Sky by Philip Fracassi. Lee Haig did the interior layout. We've got the dust jacket designed by Elder Lemon. Copyright, it's for Peter Straub. I don't know if Peter Straub had passed. It must have passed after this was written. So the dedication must have been for a still living Peter Straub. Now, I don't know much about The Horror at Pleasant Brook, other than it takes place in the Adirondacks in Pleasant Brook on Halloween, and evil has come to the town, which I heard is very much kind of a throwback to like 80s horror. I don't know if that means like 80s slashers, 80s kind of demonic possession horror, with demons, or just regular old evil. I don't know. But I'm very intrigued to dive in. So I've read Kevin Lucia is no Halloween virgin. He's written a lot of Halloween stories, including October Nights, I think was the collection of short stories. Very good collection. I had read the ebook a year ago. It's been out for 2 years now, I believe. And I've read a couple of his novellas, namely Mystery Road and Night Road, both fantastic. And very intrigued to see what he does on the novel level. He's written and published lots of short story collections, although I will say that I have not read nearly enough of his short story collections to make fair judgment. But from what I've read, it has been fantastic, and it's got me intrigued to dive into the horror at Pleasant Brook. I keep saying horror of Pleasant Brook, don't I? I don't know. But anyways, copies are technically sold out because it was limited to that pre-order period. And Thunderstorm Books does that a lot. They'll do, like I said, like an open rolling pre-order period where the numbers are limited to whatever is sold. It's happened with Paul Tremblay, although Paul Tremblay had like a minimum amount sold, and those two Paul Tremblay titles are still available at Thunderstorm Books. The Horror at Pleasant Brook, you can go to secondhand buyers to pick up a copy. And I believe Cemetery Dance just emailed about this, saying they had some copies left over. So maybe you'll pick up a copy through Cemetery Dance, where you'll get a nice little signed book from Kevin Lucia, which, like I said, is both supporting Kevin Lucia and it'd be supporting Thunderstorm Books and Cemetery Dance, which is also where Kevin Lucia works. So, it's a win-win-win. Anyways, very much looking forward to diving into this. I'll give it a read and then give it a review on the channel. Although, as you already know, my TBR pile is sadly a lot larger than it seems feasible to ever whittle down, but such is life. Anyways, thank you very much, Cemetery Dance, for offering copies of this. Thank you very much, Kevin Lucia, for writing this, and to Thunderstorm Books for publishing. Once again, just a beautiful novel. I don't own too many Thunderstorm books. I own a bunch of their the Gleefully Macabre line from Jeff Strand, and I own a couple other collections from them, all which are usually from these Black Voltage lines, which are kind of oversized, no text on the spine, but the spines look gorgeous. So it's always a treat to get one when one does arrive, such as this. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing, and we'll see you around next time.